Have you worked on any collections?
Yes, yes.
So you must have used HashMap or concurrent HashMap
Yeah,
in
yeah.
past.
Yes.
What is HashMap?
So HashMap is an implementation of the map interface as well as the concurrent HashMap. Same goes with the concurrent HashMap as well. So HashMap works on two principles, like one the principle of the hashing, and another the principle of the map, the key value pair. So it basically is a collection which looks out for the key and value pair adjustment to the buckets with regards to finding out the bucket on the basis of the hashing and putting out the key and value pair on the top of it.
Okay, so what is concurrent HashMap?
Concurrent hashmap was introduced because the hashmap is not thread safe. To make a threads to make to make the hashmap thread safe. That's why the concurrent hashmap has been introduced. So basically, what it does is like, suppose when I talk about the multi-threaded environment. So suppose if two of the threads simultaneously wanted to make changes to the data in one of the buckets. So concurrent does not allow that, and it actually restrict out only restrict out only one side to work on one of the bucket
So
which they
how
are.
many buckets were created for each concurrent? Like you said, there is a
Initial,
bucket system,
yeah, yeah.
correct?
So initially,
So
when
by
I,
default, how many?
yeah, 16 bucket is there. So 0 to 15 is there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, Akash. So you worked on Spring frameworks as well, correct?
Yes, Spring Boot only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know Spring Core, Spring Security, Spring AOP, and all.
I mainly work with Spring Boot, so I have heard of like what is Spring, AOP and all those things, but I have not, one have the opportunity to work on it.
Okay. So where we can use the AOP?
Uh, as far as I am concerned, like these are the things where suppose uh, mm,
Yes, Akash.
I think mm, so.
Akash,
Suppose
can
if,
you just
yeah,
turn on your video also?
yeah, sure, sure. You have to see me.
Yes, yes, I can see you.
Yeah. So Spring AOP is basically used out for, suppose you are building on any software, and you have one of those scenarios where you looks out for um, you know e- uh, means they are mostly used on the pain points, like where the pain points are in the also suppose you have
Okay,
I don't recall
we'll
exactly,
go
but
back to let's say Spring Security.
okay.
So how Spring Security will help us to get security aspects clear? Like how many security things are there in Spring? So
uh,
if you got the chance to implement Spring Security, where you can use it?
Maybe maybe it can be used in the conjunction with OAuth. So suppose if you are not using the
Okay,
OAuth, yeah, then you can use a Spring Security for that purpose. So as far as the reading is concerned, so I guess it is used for certain things like for the authorization as well as for the authentication. Spring Security has been used.
okay. Akash, next, how transaction is managed, like in Spring? In Spring Boot, let's say if you create a database call and you want to make sure that if that database calls get failed, you want to have a transaction rollback or something. So
Okay.
how you are achieving it in Spring Boot?
How you are achieving it? Um, okay. Um, Means you are talking about like okay, got a point. Mm, so like working on that JDBC template, I guess there are certain annotations which can be used. Uh, within.
That
Yeah.
that is related to the database transaction rollback. What about Spring transactions you have worked on, or have you ever about?
No, I have worked on like for the database connectivity. We have worked on the JDBC template.
Okay, Akash.
Yeah.
Coming back to database part,
Okay.
so what is the difference between callable statement and prepared statement?
Callable statement is basically used to call out the stored procedure, and mainly like in the prepared statement is being used for calling out single single resource entity of creating, updating, and all those things.
Okay. So in a SQL, let's say there are three parameters you are passing. So you will create a statement, only plain statement or a prepared statement, or what exactly you will write, and why you will write that particular function. Let's say I'll give you an example. If there is an employee table, you want
Okay.
to fetch information from that table basis on the three key elements like department, salary, and so other one. Okay, so you created that query and in where condition there are three parameters needed. So what you will create? You will create a prepared statement or a direct SQL, str SQL, and only you pass that.
You are saying like
What will be
prepared
your
statement as and
normal string where conditions, like simple where conditions?
like definitely like prepared statement will be used because in the plain old condition, if you are passing like, so you are restricting out to a particular set of parameters, but in the prepared statement, like you are passing the parameters which is coming out to the flow of a stream. So basically you are defining it by question mark, comma, question mark, and then you define out what set of parameters
Okay,
you
so
wanted to get.
what is the benefit using this? Why we are doing that? Instead of passing it directly in a string, why you
Mm.
are passing through question marks?
So I think the way to pass is like, first you need to define out like suppose if one of those quantities are changes. Whenever I say quantities are those changes, for example, suppose in that case you are passing out a string and it also takes out the number. So once you define out it should once you define out the question mark, and you define out what.
That I agree, but my question is something different. Question is why you are using prepared statement over normal SQL.
Because in the normal SQL, that's what I'm saying, like suppose if you are passing something else which is not in the database, and you have defined a tightly coupled schema. Suppose you are passing out the number, right, but it is taking a string. So in the prepared statement you always
So
define like.
same thing will happen. Same thing will happen with prepared statement as well.
No, but
Nothing will change in that case also.
if you have a if you have a check on the preferred statement, like you are checking for each of the data types, what exactly are there. So then you can restrict out those things.
Okay, let's move it. In database writing procedures, functions, how much you are comfortable?
uh, I'm comfortable.
How you can grade yourself out of 10?
Out of 5, I guess 3.5 to 4.
Okay, okay. So there is a cursor on table A.
Hmm.
Okay, and you are updating that table inside that cursor loop. Okay,
There's a
and you are
cus.
printing
Okay.
the inform. Yeah,
Can you repeat your question
and
again?
after. Okay, so there is a cursor A
Okay.
inside a loop. You are updating that cursor A data. Okay, you are updating the table A data, and you are printing the same record from the cursor.
You're printing the
Okay,
same record. Okay.
you are getting my question.
No, but you are using a for loop, right? Something like that, and then you have
For
this.
loop, cursor loop. Yes, in a
No.
database procedure, you have
Uh,
created a cursor on table A.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and inside that in loop, you are updating table A data.
Okay.
Let's say column 1 is updated with ABC.
Uh,
Earlier record earlier data was XYZ. Okay,
okay.
you updated that data,
Hmm.
and now you are printing the column 1 record. Okay,
Hmm.
so what will happen? You will get ABC or XYZ in print statements.
So initially it was ABC, then we have rotated to XYZ, right?
Initially, yeah, you can take it like that. Yeah.
Okay. So are we committing all those things, or we are not committing?
Yeah, inside loop only I'm committing, and while printing I'm using cursor's reference, like see a cursor one dot column one while printing it.
Okay. Mm, I think the updated one will be there, because if we are committing out the transaction, okay. But okay. Mm,
Cursor,
those
you fetch all the information in cursor,
yeah.
and you are updating the data basis on the cursor, and you are printing the data of cursor.
Means initially I have cursor, right, where I get out all the information of all the columns. Then I am using the loop inside the cursor, right, and then I updated
Yes,
those columns, right.
yes,
So
yes, and then you are committing also.
outside the loop, when I try to print out those what are the
No,
values
no,
are
in inside the loop itself, in the inside the cursor loop itself, you are
inside
printing
the
the
cursor
records.
loop.
Yes,
Okay, inside the loop. So the update statement is there, then commit, then print, right? Something like that.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So we do we have the condition of the rollback or something like that? Nothing is there.
No, nothing.
I think it will show the updated one. Yes, updated one.
Okay, Akash. So we'll. Uh, what is your notice period now?
I'm currently serving in last working day, 2nd of September.
Okay, and what is your current CTC?
7.4.
Okay, why you are leaving this particular organization?
Actually, there's low career opportunity as well, because they are working in a very old technologies. So that's why.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Uh, for any particular project this hiring is for, or something else is for a
So
generic one.
there are certain projects for which we actually having IBPS with us, and there are some certain customizations are going on
Okay.
for corporate banking of operations.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, So for that projects, and there are certain more projects that we are looking for, on which we need kind of a replacement. Uh, right now, someone is serving notice period. So to
Okay.
get the handover from existing projects and for a new projects also.
Okay. Got your point.
All those are technical question. Yeah. So kind of there is a mobile application as well, iOS application as well, and there is a services created for that mobile applications. A certain technically there are too much to get into. So you'll get an good opportunity to anyone who joins as a replacement to that candidate
Okay.
will get to and do coding on day-to-day basis, and he will need to manage the external vendors to get the things done.
Got your point.
Okay. Okay. So Akash will definitely will revert by tomorrow. Sorry, by Monday
Sure. Sure.
on our part. Okay.
Yeah. Great. Great.
And what is your expected expectation?
Around 50.
15.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a double you are asking.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So you are holding any offer?
Yes.
So what is that offer amount?
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, Akash. So we'll update you.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks.